Hey everyone, it's Janine, your local realtor here in the Edmonton area. Today we're going to be going over what's happened in the real estate market for the month of April as we are right into the spring market. So just as a reminder, this report serves only the city of Edmonton itself. We have a lot of little cities around the area like St. Albert, Sherwood Park, Beaumont, Leduc, all these other places. They aren't included in this report. We do work there, however, though. So if you are curious about those smaller markets, let me know. I'm always happy to go over the numbers with you. So starting with detached single family homes, we had just over 2,500 active listings and just around 778 sold, which looks like 76% active and 23% sold. So when you kind of compare that to actual new listings and sold properties, we had around 1,300 new listings versus around mid 700 sold. So you could kind of see that the solds are catching up to the new listings compared to previously. So looking at the price, we are increasing in price, an average price. So we've had an increase month to month. We are still down year to year. Not surprising though, but we are creeping back up to what we were at last year, which is crazy because last year we were really low interest rates around this time. I mean, this is when the interest rates started kind of climbing, but even with higher interest rates, we're still seeing more activity and more increases. So they are spending a little bit longer on market. Things aren't flying off the shelf kind of thing like they were last year, but it is competitive in certain markets. So just kind of looking at the price overall here. So the top one, the darker green, that was last year. We are orange right now, and you can see we are climbing up and almost meeting to where we were last year. So we are getting close. So what's exactly selling? The most popular range right now is between 300,000 to 500,000. You're going to see the most listings and the most sold. As soon as we cross that $500,000 mark, it kind of drops, the activity goes down, the more inventory versus the solds. So you're likely to see more competition between the 300,000 to 500,000. And just kind of looking at the months of inventory, and that kind of reflects here, the lowest amount of inventory we have is between 300 to 400 and 400 to 500,000. Those are the two most popular ranges with most competition and a lot of buyers out there and not a lot of inventory. So that's kind of where we're seeing price increases as well, and there's just not a lot of supply for the demand. So taking a look at days on market, the lowest amount of days, again, reflecting between 300 to 500,000, but on average, you could expect between the 40 to 50 day period on market. So are things selling at price or over listing price? Not as much as they were last year, that's for sure. But there are segments that are, and it really comes down to the property, if you're priced competitively, and just the overall condition of your place. So most things are kind of hovering around the 20% are selling at or over list price. You'll see the random one here between 900 to a million, 50%, but that's just because there's not that many that has sold. So it really depends on the property that you're looking at. So looking at townhomes and duplexes, so as a reminder, these include condos and non-condos. So there's condo duplexes and non-condo duplexes, and same with townhomes. So when they're part of a condo board, you'll generally see the price is lower, and when they're not a part of the condo board, you'll see that the price is a little higher. So sometimes this could kind of skew the averages a little bit, so it's always important to really dive into the specific property, specific area that you're looking at. So this is just kind of a general overview of it. So looking at actives versus solds, we have 923 active versus 367 sold, meaning about just over 70% active and just under 30% sold. So we are seeing a more increased activity in this market segment. So looking at listings versus sold, you'll see that increased activity. So yes, we had increase in listings, but a lot of increase in sold. So the gap between new listings and solds are catching up to each other. So it's creating quite a bit of competition in this market, which is resulting in the price increase. So we saw a pretty big price increase this month. Year over year, we're still down, but we are slowly catching up again. And you can expect longer days on market, but we're almost caught up to last year at this time for this segment. So there's just not a whole lot of inventory for the demand in this price range. So kind of looking at the prices here, you can see where the orange top one is from last year. So we're kind of trending upwards now after a little bit of a dip. So we'll see if that trend continues. So what's selling in this market? Again, most popular range is between the 300 to 400,000. So you'll see even the two to 300,000 is popular as well right now. And as soon as we cross that $400,000 mark in duplexes and townhomes, it starts to really drop off. Months of inventory. So looking at this inventory again, you could see that we are lower on inventory between that $200,000 to $500,000 range, which is also affecting the price and the demand and the supply. So all of it together is creating a little bit of a competitive market for this. Days on market, same kind of thing as detached homes. They're not as quick as last year, but you could kind of expect around that 40-day period on market. Sold at or over list price, it's not going crazy like last year, but we are seeing a few selling at or over list price. It depends on the property. Again, you could expect around 20% of the properties are selling at or over list price. So if you want to reach that mark, you have to be priced competitively and make sure your home is showing in the best possible condition. So looking at apartment style condos. So we had quite a bit of active listings and around 574 sold, meaning over 84% are active and only 15% sold. So not as much activity in this market segment compared to the duplexes and townhomes. When we look at the listings versus sold, this is why we have a lot more listings than we have versus sold. So there is quite a bit of inventory to choose from, which is resulting in a price drop because we have so much inventory to choose from. There isn't much competition. So it has decreased in price month to month, year to year. Not surprising year to year. Overall, though, this is pretty common for the condo market here. It kind of goes up and down in little waves. So looking at the price overall, and you can kind of see that trend. It goes up and down with the condo market. So we'll see how it's trending next month. I wouldn't be surprised if it's around kind of the same, maybe a little slight increase, but we'll see how the sales go this month. So what is selling? Most sales are happening under 200,000 for the condo market. As we go up in price, it drops off, and same with listings. So months of inventory, you can see there is a healthy range of inventory, which is resulting in a little bit of a price decrease. Days on market, you could expect it to be a little longer than the other market segments, so probably around just over the 50-day period on market. And because we do have so much supply, things aren't selling at or over list price as quick or as much as the other market segments. So just on average below 10%. You can see these random ones at 50% sold over list price, but that's just because there's not many. So even if there was one or two, it will greatly affect that stat. So overall, that's the market for the month of April. We are seeing a lot of activity pick up, especially in certain market segments. So as always, this is a really general look at the market, but when you're looking for a home or when you're planning to sell a home, you definitely need to dive deeper into your area, to your specific property, to your neighborhood, even to your street. So there's a lot of factors that go into play. And if you have any questions, I'm always happy to help. And until next time, see ya.